Hey friends, this is Pastor Tim here at Grace of God. Thanks as always for taking some time out of your day to listen to our sermon cast. So if you've listened before, you know this feed usually features my Sunday messages. But over the next few weeks, you can look forward to new installments of this mini-series Wednesdays and Fridays on the book The Screwtape Letters by the Christian writer C.S. Lewis. Hey again friends, thanks for listening to the Screwtape Letters podcast that we're doing, reading through this book by C.S. Lewis from 1945. And we're in letter number 9 this week. It should be connected, though, to letter number 8, which we saw last Friday, which was this observation from the demon Wormwood, the supervising demon, the one who's giving advice to the junior demon Screwtape on how to tempt this person, about spiritual high points, spiritual low points, and how God often finds His greatest moments to come into our lives, to work with His gospel message, to restore our faith in Him, and to comfort and encourage us at low points. That was the focus of letter number 8, but in letter number 9, Wormwood follows up and says, although God, whom the demons always call in the book the enemy, although God can do His great work in these spiritual low points, there are also temptations, particular tactics, that the demons find helpful in spiritual low points. And this is maybe something for us to think about, right? As much as we heard last week, a low point is a spot where God can often come to me, do His work most effectively, because I'm seeking Him out. I recognize that I'm broken, I need God. But there are particular temptations that can also be really effective when we're at low points. And C.S. Lewis points out a couple things. So one, sex. Other sensual temptations are specifically noted by the demons here. So things like sex being pointed out there, the temptation into adultery when you're at a low point in your marriage, the temptation into pornography when you're at a spiritual low point. Other fleshly temptations, things that we might think of as temptations for the body in particular. So things like vices, like drugs, alcohol, those kinds of things as well, which in and of themselves aren't always necessarily sinful, but can very easily lead us into sin. These kind of things are especially effective temptations when we're at our low points. And then, the second temptation, tactic, that the demons have is when you're at a low point, to encourage you to think, well, you know what, this Christianity stuff is pretty much hogwash. It's just nonsense. It's total foolishness because I'm feeling low. And that's basically all that the demons suggest, that they try and make you think that. Now, something that Wormwood, the demon, notes, that's stupid. It is stupid just to think, wow, because I'm feeling crummy right now, all of this Christianity thing must be meaningless and foolishness. Well, that's silly. That's truly silly. But we can pretty easily buy into such ideas just because it's not working for us in the moment. Just because it's not making us feel a particular way in the moment, we come to the conclusion, well, it's not real, it must not be true. We're very self-focused in that kind of way. And both of these temptations are very effective for us when we're at our low points. It's very effective for Satan to simply try and tell us, this Christianity stuff can't be real, otherwise you wouldn't be feeling so low. Even though that's not something that the Bible tells us to expect, that we're going to feel great and happy all the time just because we're Christians. But that's an effective tactic. And then these temptations toward our bodies, toward our physical lives, are also effective in these moments. Something to consider. How God can use the spiritual low points in our lives, and how Satan and his forces want to use the spiritual low points in our lives. It's always worth noting, how am I feeling? How am I feeling in relation to other people, in relation to God? Am I feeling high? Am I feeling low? And to ask myself, what can God be doing in this moment? What can Satan be doing in this moment? And then most importantly, what does God want me to be doing in this moment? That's letter number 9 of the Screwtape Letters. Again, we'll keep going with this series every Wednesday and Friday. God bless you, friends, and I'll see you soon.